This video is brought to you by CoolstuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, I am going to try out a deck I had a lot of fun with last season with a few new cards, and that is what I'm calling Emery Euro, Emery Self-Mill, Emery Bottomless Well of Wishes. I don't know what exactly to go with there, but it is an Emery Lurker of the Lock deck. When it enters the battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard, choose an artifact card, you may cast that card this turn. We self-mill ourselves a little bit, we mill the opponent a little bit too so we can gargoyle them. It says it's an Emery deck because that's one of my favorite cards, but now it's also very much a Euro deck, so we can take advantage of that self-mill, and it's a great henge deck. Once you have a great henge on the battlefield, everything becomes a lot juicier. It's also an adventure deck because you have Edgewall Innkeeper who can draw cards when you play your adventure creatures. It's a very fun little pile. I actually got out of Platinum with it, up to Diamond. It was good at the time. I think right now everything goes over the top of it. I also am going to do a little bit of unranked today because I find this deck to be a little bit silly. I'm not sure how competitive it is, and I am having a lazy Sunday. I think everybody deserves a lazy Sunday to try a deck that they enjoy in whatever format they wish. So also the other reason I'm not going to do a standard event is because I still haven't finished the Team of Reclamation event that I started yesterday. So that's still sitting at a 4-0, and we're going to be finishing that and putting out some bonus content for that soon. Mythic season ended. I'm all the way down to the bottom of Platinum, so I could just play ranked. I have nothing to lose after all. I don't know where I finished. It's one of the fun things about ranked in Magic Arena, they don't tell you. So, yeah, you know what? I got nothing to lose. We'll play some ranked. I've had a day, my friends. I've had a day. It's been a lot of webcam not working. It's been a lot of computer restarts, trying to troubleshoot. Ugh, not the funnest, but here we are now. We're in the game, so we get to enjoy ourselves. Edgewall Innkeeper and Gilded Goose. Gilded Goose is mostly there to help with Emery, gain life. 2 henges isn't great, but if we draw any adventure creatures, the hand is pretty good. So, yeah. I like taking a shot. I'm not afraid. We can go turn 1 Goose, turn 2 options open, or we can just hit this Scryland now and not worry about that. Against red-blue, I'm mostly worried about something like a giant, a Bone Crusher giant. So let's scry first. Yeah, an adventure creature is kind of what you want here. So against Bone Crusher giant, what do we play? We could get another tap land out of the way. We could play our Gilded Goose, which at least gives us a food, and we could make a 1/1, see if the opponent wants to deal with that. I don't want to expose an Innkeeper. I think I'll just make the 1/1 and fetch with the land. Opponent could have a quench for this, which would be a little sad, but I think it's worth it. Worth a try. Resolved pretty easily. Yep. Seen it all before. Alright, let's go for a little fetch. It's tempting to get more green mana. I don't have a lot of things that require double blue, and I do have 3 green casting costs in my hand. I could play, like, say, the Innkeeper, and the Goose. That sets us up really nicely for next turn, actually. Brazen Borrower is a double blue. Maybe that's what I should be thinking about. Ooh, let's do this. Just play this 0-4 and draw 2. So we have a blocker for the Bone Crusher Giant and 2 card advantage sources the opponent needs to think about removing. And try to set up a world where we can go Gargoyle into Henge pretty smoothly. I think it's a pretty easy block. I don't have a use for the secret keeper sitting around. In the graveyard, it's Euro food. On the battlefield, it's nothing. That's unfortunate, but I'm glad we blocked. Well, we can play the Gargoyle, we can play the Lovestruck Beast. We want to save the Lovestruck Beast in case we get more Innkeepers in the future. So I like you and you. Try to set up the Great Henge. Scry, please. And it's a land that can scry a lot. So if we end up in a bogged down game, it looks like our opponent's Jeskai fires though, so I doubt that's going to happen. So let's just throw that to the bottom. We only have 3 cards in hand. Right now the Gargoyle doesn't do anything. So hopefully the opponent will ignore it. They're going to use another Bone Crusher Giant, but they don't have the mana to replay it. Let's make sure that we have a blue mana open. Yeah. Now I'll play the Gargoyle. I'm still holding back the Beast because I hope to find another Innkeeper eventually. That's not bad. That's not bad. And I can't attack, right? No, not even close. We'll have to wait. That's okay, though. We can mill some cards. Kenrith, it's Canny. Canny is here. Shatter the sky to the bin. Away with you. Let's start going nuts. Okay, now we'll start bringing out beast modes. Yeah, that's a lot of land. It's making me nervous. But it did refill our hand, so these can block now. And we're still a long way from them attacking. So do I miss a land drop to block? I think with these Lovestruck Beasts I don't have to. And I'm going to want these lands eventually. Let's drop them. But now we're out of creatures. We drew straight land that turn. Our opponent has their fires and their Kenrith. We have a lot of bodies. I don't know if that will be good enough. Uh-huh. Sure, that's a card. Ooh, fill your graveyard though. No? They do not fill the graveyard. Too smart. Oh, I could have used that Borrower. And that Gargoyle. And Euro! Da-da-da-da-da! Euro! Let's go, buddy. Saddle up and ride. Trigger. Draw. Land. Why not? Not worried about these blocking too much anymore. Ooh, I can do this. Mill ya. Cast ya. Bring it back now, y'all. What? So artifacts are things we can bring back from the graveyard. Tamiyo can get something back, although that's not usually a big concern. We'll keep the Innkeepers in the graveyard, though, in case we find Tamiyo. We do have to think a little bit when bringing back Euros. Our graveyard isn't completely dead to us. And there they go. Scoop and run, boy. Scoop and run. Why am I getting paired against a diamond player? Are that few people playing ranked now? Did we all give up on ranked? Alright. Alrighty. Let's do it. It's about as magic gets right there. Alright. We got the Heart's Desire. Let's do this. Hit him up with tokens. Try to set up Edgewall Innkeeper getting back a Beastie. Our opponent maybe playing some Simic Flash. If they counter this, I can sneak out an Innkeeper. Let's attack first. And see if they respond. Not yet. Alright, another one. Quench. No quench. Alright, well they're showing me colors that don't usually have removal, so I'm just going to move in on this Innkeeper. Spiral, sure. Next turn, spam 5/5, draw a card for 3. This is fine. Fair and balanced, I'm sure. 5/5, draw a card for 3. Don't forget, the card also made a 1/1 on turn 1. Just kind of as a bonus. It's legit. People say control decks are scary. These aggro decks are insane. Oh, our opponent is opting on their turn? Maybe they're on Team of Reclamation? A lot of things that don't make sense to me here. Well, they're missing land now. And so, I might be missing land. Might be missing land next turn. Classic. Well, this is your 5th land. You have so far opted and drawn some cards. It's definitely time to make a play. Definitely time to do something. Whoa! Nothing. Maybe they are Simic Flash, although their play pattern doesn't suggest it in any way. Let's scry it up. Another land for next turn? Yeah, I'll take it. Right now our hand is basically super mana hungry. Let's just draw this card. Time for a Brazen Borrower? Wow. I'll take it. Okay. I mean, we can do this. I'm okay with this. So, I think one of the Henges can go. We have Emery to get it back. We have Tameo. Temple to the bottom. Nissa. Oh yeah, that card. Alright. Will I still lose to Nissa Hydroid Krasis? That's the question now. I guess I mean, I could try the Euro thing. I could also just play a Tameo. It's kind of tricky. I think I'm best off just playing more Lovestruck Beasties. I think that's where it's at. 3 mana, 5/5, draw a card. Not good enough? Possibly. It's possible, friends. So I could have gone for the aggressive Euro route, and it would have worked off because it would have worked out because I did draw the land. If I had Euroed first, I could have drawn land, put that into play, and also played the Lovestruck Beast. I didn't. Didn't think it was worth the risk, but would have worked out. All right, you gonna do something about this beastie, or are we just gonna Krasis up? Oh, you. Okay. Alright, well that's not as big as a Krasis, which means you're going to have to defend Nissa. And you tapped out for that? All you had to do was leave up a little mana to flash in a Borrower. You would have been in a really nice spot. But I guess, yeah. So if I were playing that, I would have at least left one land open because the Breeding Pool and the Temple of Mystery could flash a Borrower, tap the Lovestruck Beast, would have been so good. We drew a Brazen Borrower. Could bounce the Gadwick, kill the Nissa. Seems alright. Let's start with henging, because henge is fun. Yep, pick it back up. I know, you can draw a bunch of cards. Nothing's gonna stop them from drawing cards now. Like, that ship sailed. They're going to have access to a whole bunch of cards. We're just gonna have to try to make our plan better. 5, 6, 7. Unless I plan to block the 3/3s, which I don't I don't think that's what I want. Alright, they'll probably have another Nissa anyway, but at least they have to spend another turn playing it, developing it, then Gadwicking. It gets easier with every land drop they hit, of course. I'm curious if they run Agent of Treachery, because that card could cause me some trouble. I would need more Brazen Borrowers. I know you. We've met. This is going to be one of those Simic games, isn't it, where we both get to draw our deck, do all the craziness, but who's going to win? I have a Thassa's Oracle somewhere. I need time. Will I get it? The opponent does have Brazen Borrower, which can be somewhat aggressive. We have Henge, which gains a lot of life. And Euro, which can gain a lot of life. And Tameo, which does Tameo things. Oh my god. Okay. What do you plan to do at instant speed with that mana? Because so far you look like a very typical Simic. The opt was a little weird. Like, do you have... Are you going to play a mountain and expansion explosion me? And the opponent didn't attack me. They're in no rush. Alright, show me what you do at instant speed. I mean, they're already diamond. They know how to play the deck. Okay, they use Thassa's Intervention. Okay. They might have some other counter spells, then. I mean, what are we doing here? They have me on full control mode for reasons. Cool, dude. Let's go ahead and shock. I'm sure I'll need all the mana. I'll find a way to use it. I promise I will. Triggers. So... Artifact down there? Other henges. All the henges. Lovestruck Beast draws 2. Let's start there. Let's use all green. No reason to tap a Temple of Mystery for that. Brazen Borrower. Okay. My own Secret Keeper. If I want to start the self-mills. I could also flash in my own Borrower and play a Goose. Or we could get Tameo rolling, but I think that's the lowest impact play on the board. I could also bring back the Euro, ramp up a bit more, which I think I like the most. If this doesn't resolve, it's pretty sad. The opponent did show us the Thassa's Intervention after all. Yep, which is fine, because it could have been a draw too. So we just kind of accept that, and then we say go. Because I'm probably not going to win with damage. They feel like they have to Brazen Borrower. I will tell you, you don't have to. You can hold that. It does depend what else is in the hand. Obviously, Gadwick and Borrower can be a bit of a combo. Yeah, they are playing on full control right now. Okay. Settle up. Get your popcorn. Uh-huh. Sure. Yeah, the opponent not going for the Gadwick either. They have 27 cards in their deck. They could certainly draw up some cards. I mean, they have Wilderness Reclamation. But they want the 6/6 body. Maybe they feel like they need to be defensive. Maybe that Oracle of Thassa is the key. Here's Gadwick. There you go. Grip up. The real question, though, always is like, at what point are the cards you're drawing not doing it? The main problem we have with Gadwick is the tap downs. The tap downs might make it really hard to block our opponent's creatures, so we have to keep gaining life and we have to flood the board. That we have a lot of blockers. Full control mode spam continuing. Alright. Let's fill our graveyard a little bit with the Secret Keeper. A little venturing deeper. There's the Oracle. We can cast you now, draw cards. We want to leave a blue mana at least for the Borrower, maybe 3, so that we can use both sides of it. So that leaves us like 5 mana for Lovestruck Beast and Gilded Goose. Yeah. Pretty clean turn. Opponent should probably, though, start letting things resolve, or it's gonna take forever. There you go, buddy. You're doing it. Alright. Goose mode. Let's just say we're not running out of things to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1 to bounce. 2 to activate. So 3 mana. So I guess we play another Lovestruck Beast. We could also make 2 more tokens. Have a mana left over. Don't think that's nearly as good though. Does this say non-token? I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah. Is this a counter target? Huh. Okay. Sure. That Gadwick tapping my stuff is going to get really annoying if they have enough spells to cast. And you see 3 Brazen Borrowers lined up for the job. It's going to be rough. Alright. So I wanted to bounce something, but I think it was the Euro I was going to bounce. And then I wanted to cast a Brazen Borrower. I drew a Secret Keeper. I could do a few... I could instead make a 1/1 and play a Secret Keeper. And then still have flash in a Brazen Borrower, which I think is a little bit better. Just go for it. Keep the cards moving. Euro. Okay, that's good too. You can put out the passage. Go get an island. If it resolves. That is a question here, but I think we go for it anyway. Then we use the Petty Theft. Okay. Our opponent is on a very weirdy Simic-y deck, but you can't go too wrong with Simic. It's just all good cards, so there's not a lot to the building. I mean, look at this deck. You would call this weird, but it really is just all busted cards except for Merfolk Secret Keeper. We'll see if the opponent can put me away. I've got a lot of creatures still on the board. They can certainly start giving me some attacks. But really, full control mode, all game, come now. I don't... Unless they show me a way to instant speed do, like, something tremendous. I don't know, folio fancies. I don't know. Unless they show me something crazy that's instant speed, I think their wilderness reclamations here have diminishing returns. They can scry a lot. So what? So what? Oh, we're getting frisky. They must have another Gadwick, right? You know there's an attack with all. God, this person. This person and I would not get along in real life. I would be like, move it! Just do something! We're not getting anything back with Emery. Our hand is too loaded for that. And the Gadwick is definitely a problem. We can fight over land. I don't think it's worth it. So the opponent might bounce something. Let's just put more blockers in front of Gadwick. And let's hope they don't have another one. Or if they do, let's hope they draw too many cards and we can deck them. Oh wow, they are going big. So how many more Secret Keepers do I have? Got a few. Got a few. Down to 13 cards in deck. Well, I should have made sure something died. I could start recursing them with Tamiyo. But I'll be okay. Anytime. It's their end step, so the taps don't matter. It's just here to be tilting. Oh yeah, make sure we manually tap. We don't want to get this wrong with all this mana. So tilting. Alright, let's try for a Euro. More ramping can be fun. The opponent's been just countering every single one that they see. Borrow the Henge? Sure. It's already been tapped for mana, I can replay it. It's fine. We do have to make sure we make a lot of creatures. Okay, now they're bored. You can tell by they're trying to tap everything down now so they can for sure have a good attack next turn. But I still have a lot of plays to make. Resolved. How about them apples? There's a Secret Keeper. We want untapped land for sure. Without the passage. You can go get me the island. So one more Secret Keeper. The Vantress Gargoyles that haven't showed up at all. There's all 4 of them. 12 cards. Cameo can get the Oracle. What am I at? I'm at 20. My Devotion to Blue is piddly, though. Alright. Well, I think the opponent will counter this. But, whatever. They are pro-gamer, after all. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we want to venture deeper, play Secret Keeper, borrow and borrow. Or we could, let's see, borrow, borrow, cast borrower. It's interesting. I guess if we don't want to give the opponent anything else to play here, they just tap one more of these. We could also bring this back, gain some life. Our opponent's probably got the 4th Frilled Mystic, right? What would they counter? Maybe one of the borrowers they'd counter. Now let's see what they do. Fun, I know. Very tribal over here. Let's see if they very carefully one by one attack in this beautiful spot.
Protect the virtue of this world. Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Definitely want them to have their Euro trigger. Have at it. I might be dead anyway, but I'm gonna make this interesting. So everything has 3 power. So we want to try to bounce the Gadwick so that our Brazen Borrow can enter and actually interfere with something. Okay. Then we bounce the Euro, because why not? So now if they play a spell, it doesn't tap anything. Let's see, I can block 1, 2, 3. I'm still taking 3 times 7, 21. So I need my last blocker, I guess. Oh, now we're countering something. Yep. I could pay 4. I will decline. Alright, bring out the borrower. The gargoyles that never came would have been so helpful in this match. And it looks like we die. Easily the most annoying game I've played in a while. I'm not sure. Playing it out was almost an endurance test for me.